The divisional round has come and gone. There were some close matches that came down to the wire, but when the dust settles, we were left with only four teams. The Ravens, the 49ers, Chiefs, and the Lions all left to battle it out for a chance at the Super Bowl. Come with us as we give you our insight to what we think might happen on this championship weekend. Episode 21 of the Two Dudes Podcast NFL series starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to episode 21 of the Two Dudes Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Freak.
And I'm Babs. It's conference championship time, so let's talk about it.
All right, so down to our final four teams. Baltimore, Detroit, Kansas City, and San Francisco. Out of all of those teams, San Francisco looked the worst. They struggled. I guess you can kind of say the weather played a factor, but it really wasn't raining that heavy for them. I don't know. For some reason, they kept losing their footing. Deebo Samuel, x-rays, and I believe the MRI came back positive. So he is a day-to-day, I believe, still.
He's day-to-day right now?
Yeah, leading it up into that. They haven't said anything yet. I believe he's still dated. He doesn't have a fracture. So all of the tests came back negative, so he's good. With at least serious shoulder injury. So he's probably dealing with some bruising, maybe some soreness.
I think the San Francisco 49ers win.
We will see. They have him still listed as questionable, so we'll see. Detroit, San Francisco is a 7-point favorite. And I think Baltimore, Kansas City, and Baltimore is a 3.5-point favorite.
There's no reason I don't see Baltimore not winning.
Right. I agree. I'm interested on why the spread is. I would I would think that they would give Baltimore at least 5 or 6. Because you get 3 just for being the home team.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I don't see. I really don't see Kansas City winning.
it's tough to say that their offense is just going to keep doing what they did from last week. I mean, granted it's the playoffs, but I don't know. I'm heavy on Baltimore all
I am
across the
too.
board. I just don't see them. I just don't.
They're more well rounded, honestly. Their offense has more weapons. Um, the receivers don't drop the ball as much.
Right. They're giving Baltimore a 63% chance to win this game. But they're only a 3-point favorite.
Who knows?
How does a team that has more than 50% chance to win only favored by 3? I don't know. I guess they're giving Kansas City the benefit of the doubt. Kansas City.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only way Kansas City wins if they could do like they did against the Bills. They kept the game on the ground. They didn't really have to throw the ball much.
No.
When
I mean, I
I
just
mean,
don't.
he threw the ball 17 times. 5 of those times, I mean, I'm sorry, 23 times, 17 receptions. 5 of those receptions were Travis Kelsey. So he
But
basically keeping the
The
receptions.
Ravens defense, Buffalo.
Yeah, they're not going to run that like they did on the Bills.
No.
No shot. So I don't see Kansas City losing. I mean, Kansas City winning.
Uh-uh. Kadarius Toney is still questionable. Marlon Humphrey is questionable for Baltimore.
I don't think he played last week, did he?
I don't
I think
think
he was
so.
hurt last week too. So
Yeah.
looks like he's still gonna be out.
Possibility that they rest him, and if they win this game, he'll definitely play the Super Bowl. He's not missing
Yeah.
that. Ain't no way you're gonna tell him he's sitting.
Hell no.
All
I
right.
think the San Francisco 49ers.
Detroit, San Fran. See that this is how I feel like the other spread should have been. San Fran's favored is a 7-point favorite, and they're giving them a 74 to 75% chance to win this game.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's damn near almost the same for Baltimore, but with a lower spread. That's just so weird.
Maybe they're just thinking the Baltimore game's gonna be a closer game.
I guess, but I mean, Detroit's been playing pretty well.
Detroit's been playing really well.
Their defense hasn't given up a 30-point game in like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think they're thinking San Francisco is way better than they are.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They must have not watched that Green Bay game
They must have not.
because they barely won.
Debo's questionable. So
Yeah, San Francisco almost didn't get out of Green Bay. They didn't get out of that game.
right. So I mean, gotta put this into perspective. That game is a lot closer than
I honestly feel like the Detroit San Fran game is going to be closer than the Ravens game.
most likely.
I honestly don't think. I don't think San Fran. I think this is where San Fran loses. I don't don't think the Niners beat them.
And they played bad. They played so shaky against Green Bay.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And I feel like Detroit's defense is better than Green Bay's was.
Oh, definitely.
So
Definitely.
like they played in Green Bay, they're gonna get stomped on.
I think Buffalo has a better Detroit has a better run defense, that's for sure.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I don't.
And like how like you got to think about it. The 49ers aren't going to be this is probably going to be one of the last seasons. I'm not saying that's why I'm not why I'm saying not saying the last, cuz they'll probably have this majority of this roster next year. But one of the last seasons that we see this roster for San Francisco. They've got so much money tied up in like 6 or 7 players. There's no way they're going to be able to keep majority of them.
No, there's
Like,
no way.
They just re-signed Bosa. They've got McCaffrey. They've got Debo. They've got Ayuk. They've got Fred Warner. They've got Greenlaw. They've got all these players that all these Pro Bowlers, all pros that they're going to try to re-sign.
They're not going to be able to afford to sign all them people back.
They're not going to be. So like, is Debo going to say, fuck it, I'm going to play regardless if I'm not 100%, because this might be the one and only our window of of having this team for a Super Bowl. It's closing quickly.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
For the Ravens, Humphreys, he's the key part of their defense, but he has the luxury of being able to sit because of how well their team has been playing without him, even with him. So like they haven't dropped, or they haven't gotten better or dropped. They've played exactly the same with or without him. So he has that luxury to where he doesn't have to risk playing a game at less than 100% compared to Debo, because San Francisco looked like crap against Green Bay. And a lot of people, San Francisco fans, I mean, the unbiased or San Francisco fans will admit that they didn't look great against Green Bay. But any delusional fan, and every team has their delusional fans, are going to sit here and say, "Oh no, San Francisco is going to run through Detroit like they ran through Green Bay." You didn't run through Green Bay.
You won at the end of the game, last minute.
Yeah, you won by 3 points. It was 24-21.
Yep.
You were down 21-14 in the fourth quarter. Like, it was like y'all barely could keep your footing on your home field. So, I mean, and you got a team that's fixing, and then you got another team that's just as physical as Green Bay, even if not more.
Yeah, I don't.
For me, I got Detroit in this game. I think I just think they want it more.
I do too.
I just think Detroit wants it more. I just think they want it more. I think Detroit is going to come there and they're going to put it in their mouth.
I feel like Detroit's got more heart.
I think Detroit might. This could turn to be another blowout at home for San Fran.
Mm-hmm.
There's a big chance that Detroit runs away with this.
Yeah, San Fran can get their feelings hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely see it.
And everyone likes to mention the last time the Cowboys have won a Super Bowl. And I know San Fran has been to at least 2 recently. in the past decade,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't won one since the 90s either. So suck it, bitch.
Yeah, no, I don't see San Fran going to the Super Bowl. Not the way Detroit's playing.
Mm-mm. Now with how they played against Green Bay. I mean, even Stephen A is saying if Debo doesn't play, if Debo doesn't play, they don't stand a chance. Because there's no way that Kittle, Ayuk, and McCaffrey are able to do it themselves.
No, they need Debo.
With the pressure that Detroit's going to be able to cause on Purdy, and you saw how he was against pressure against Green Bay. I mean, it's
Yeah, they need all the weapons they can get.
San Francisco's in for a long afternoon. What day do they
Yep.
play?
They both games are on Sunday.
Both games are Sunday,
Yeah.
and they're the late games, so they're the afternoon game. So I mean,
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be Ravens Lions in the Super Bowl.
yeah. Like some like right now, it's gonna be clear. Looks like sunny, but barring any weather change, I think Detroit can win this by 10 or more.
I think both games look like it's gonna be clear weather for them.
Cool. It'll be cold in Baltimore at least.
It's not gonna be too bad. Um, it's supposed to be. We're supposed
You're
to
going to
get
give me points with Patrick Mahomes?
over this side of town because it's only a couple hours from me.
It's gonna be
Um,
game time
we're
weather like 49 degrees. That's probably bound to
yeah,
change
it's not too bad.
by then.
Um, but like this weekend, like we're projected like where I'm at, a little more south. It'll probably be a little colder, but we're projected to be around like it's supposed to be like 55 to 60 this weekend here.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so it's
You'll be happy for that, huh?
oh, I'll be fucking loving that shit. But but there is a chance for rain this air in around here. So it's gonna be warm, but it might be rain. I mean, it's not gonna be warm, but yeah, I don't see it
It'll
being.
be
It's not
warmer
gonna
than
be
what it's
like
been.
yeah, it's not gonna be like the Bills game was or the game in KC. It's gonna be a decent game. Weather will be decent. So 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 with it not being no weather in the games, I mean, both games should be
I mean, the weather didn't play a factor for Baltimore in their game. It was just cold.
yeah. So
And for Buffalo and when Kansas City hosted
yeah, that was
their
just a
wild
cold
card
game.
game, it was just cold.
Yeah, so I don't see it being too bad. There'll be some good games.
I mean, if Buffalo and the Steelers played Saturday, then
If Buffalo and Steelers played when they're supposed to, game probably would have been a different outcome.
definitely wouldn't have been as high scoring. That's for sure.
Mm-mm.
But I haven't really seen too many snow games like Buffalo's played in the past.
I miss snow games.
And those are
Snow
so
games
fun
are
to
so much
watch.
fun.
Those are
Yeah.
so fun to watch. I mean, dude, being a player.
I remember playing football in high
Those were
school, man.
those
That
were
shit used to
fun.
be fun.
Oh yeah, dude, those were
So
fun.
much fun playing in the snow.
Oh yeah.
Just as a kid, you got to think about it. Just as a kid playing in the snow, playing football, bro, that's fucking so much fun.
Best
They need
times,
to
dude.
start letting them snow games happen.
Oh yeah.
Like,
So yeah, so we both got Detroit and we both got Baltimore, correct?
yeah, yep.
Yeah.
pretty much called it last week. We were both 2 for 2.
Yeah.
So I think I really think I don't see San Francisco making it. And I
Oh
don't see
no,
Kansas City
they
making
just
it.
I expected them to look. I expected them to blow out Green Bay, and it wasn't. It was nowhere like that. It was
Yeah,
like
I really did.
they
I
came
thought it.
they came out just as flat footed as Dallas, but they were able to catch themselves
Yeah,
quicker. They were able to get back on their feet quicker than Dallas was.
mm-hmm.
Dallas Dallas could have done that if they were able to get on their feet, but
Yeah. Like the
couldn't do
first
anything.
half was close, and then the second half, Green Bay just started pulling ahead, and then that fourth
The,
quarter they got 10 points at the end of the game.
the difference was their defense was making stops, and my defense
Yep.
wasn't.
Yep. So I mean, we'll see. I don't nothing crazy. I think San Francisco, Baltimore. I think that's how it's going down in the season. Other than
You
that, no
mean
real big news in the
you
NFL.
mean Detroit, Baltimore?
That's what I meant to say. You know what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant to say San Francisco won't making it, but
Yeah. Let's because because this whole conspiracy theory or the NFL is rigged theory with the Super Bowl logo being it's that the colors are hinting at the two teams. It's purple and red. So if Detroit wins this and it's Detroit and Baltimore and the colors are still they can't change the colors. I mean they probably will. These colors. Blue and purple, but
you gotta think they did say they do that conspiracy whatever. What they did was they're like, you know what? These are the two best teams in the NFL right now. Let's hit let's hit the colors and hopefully we get lucky and it works out.
I mean the past three Super Bowls they've gotten them right.
Right.
Rams, Bengals, Eagles, Chiefs, and now this one.
But everybody knew Eagles and Chiefs were going to be in the Super Bowl last year. But we'll see. I don't think there's been no other big news in the NFL, right?
No, not really. I mean,
It's been kind of a boring week.
just
It's TJ Watt won AFC Defensive Player of the Year.
the Titans are working out to finalize a deal to hire Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan as their next head coach.
Raiders officially signed fucking Pierce as their head coach. I think they're talking to Marvin Smith about coming in as an assistant coach, like an advisor kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I like that.
Uh, we all know
Belichick's
that
met with Atlanta twice.
the Chargers twice. Chargers have also interviewed Harbaugh twice.
Yep.
I think Harbaugh has talked to the Falcons once.
Yes, he's talked to the Falcons once. I think he's talked to Seattle.
Possibly. I know Dan
can't
Quinn. Dan
remember.
Quinn's talked to Seattle.
I think Mike Vrabel is meeting with Seattle. Yeah, I think he's gonna meet with Seattle. Mike Vrabel is.
Washington hasn't announced any.
I have heard nothing about Washington, but I wouldn't be surprised if Eric Bieniemy got it. With them being
Especially
they
with
haven't
Magic
heard,
Johnson being an owner.
Yeah, you haven't heard anything with them requesting to meet with anybody. So I'm wondering if they're not already meeting with Eric Bieniemy, working something out, seeing if something see if it'll work.
Possibly.
I think he kind of deserves it. I think he's a good coach.
They're definitely going to draft a quarterback.
Carolina, I think Carolina named Dan Morgan their GM.
Yes. I think they're looking at a college coach.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about them look at coach interviews or anything.
Pretty much it, really.
Yeah, I think that's
Really, the only question mark is if Dan Quinn gets hired, who is Dallas going to bring in as a defensive coordinator? Or are they just going to promote within? I would like to see them bring someone in from the outside. Different insight.
right.
You could still run the same the same system and everything, but got to get big. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's not
I think that's
there's
about it.
there's not much else really to talk about when it.
Well, I have a feeling that Belichick's going to go with Falcons. Um, Kirk Cousins said he would not turn down a chance to go play with Belichick
With
wherever he
Belichick,
went.
that would make the
Um,
NFC South so much different.
if so, I mean, honestly, if Belichick, we talked
But
about it
does
earlier in the week. If Belichick does go to the Falcons and Kirk Cousins does go there, that's a win-win situation for them because they're not have to gonna draft. They're gonna give a chance for Ritter to work with a good coach and a good quarterback to learn from. I mean, that's a win-win for
and they'll
them,
be able to
honestly.
use their draft picks
Yeah,
for
fixing
for
holes and issues they have.
sure up that offensive line,
Yeah.
get some more defensive pieces. I mean, because I mean, like we were talking about last episode, they've got the offensive weapons. They've got
Um,
the
this
receiver,
is
the tight
just
end, and the running back. They need better offensive line protection and some defensive pieces because
um
that division is so wide open.
apparently Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers are close to a deal
Interesting.
that just popped up about 4 hours ago.
It just popped up.
I just saw it. Seahawks
I
are
mean,
planning. They're planning to interview Ben Johnson and Bobby Slowick,
okay.
as well as I think Mike Vrabel. Um,
So Seattle's weighing their options.
yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like Belichick to Atlanta and
Apparently,
Harbaugh to Chargers.
yeah. Apparently, Chip Kelly is being targeted by some NFL teams
Chip
for
Kelly again,
OC positions.
offensive coordinator.
Yeah, wasn't that a bad idea? He's a great offense coordinator.
Yeah, he can call an offense now, but you give him the whole team reins.
Yeah.
Whoa, pump the
Nothing.
brakes there a little bit, Chief.
Steelers are interviewing Zach Robinson and Cliff Kingsbury as of now. I'm
Man,
sure they'll have. I'm sure they're
I
gonna
hope
interview.
y'all do not sign Kingsbury.
They
Like, I really hope y'all don't.
normally they don't jump on decisions like that. Normally they're probably gonna interview about probably like 5 people. They probably have a list of 5 people they want to interview.
Yeah.
Um, apparently, Rooney is going to be he will be very emerged into the hiring of the next offensive coordinator.
Cool.
Um, so that's good. I like that. You know, they have a direction they want to. If he's going to be involved, that means they have a direction that they're looking for something specific. And with them interviewing with Zach Robinson being the first name they popped up is really good for them because that means they know that pass game is very important. And Zach Robinson was the pass coordinator for the Rams, so I have a feeling that that's kind of the direction they want to go to.
Yeah.
They already can handle a run game,
Oh yeah.
but they need to get a passing game in there. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Other than that, I don't think there's been any major news.
No, nothing major.
That's it. Nothing
Yeah.
special.
Gotta wait for Sunday. And then we'll have a week off. We won't have an episode next week.
Yeah, we will be out back right before the week, Super Bowl week.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Yeah. That
that's about it.
that concludes episode 21. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on X at 2GuysPC. And we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Love you guys, and goodbye.
Later.